Hey there, vinyl record enthusiasts. Joe here. Thought I'd do another just quick little video, some recent pickups. This is all in the last month and a half or so. It's all metal and loud rock and roll. So if that's not your bag, you might want to pass on this video. Anyway, before I get started with that, I kind of wanted to talk about something that I did today that I'm not even remotely proud of. In fact, it really pisses me off. I was listening to a bunch of records last night and closed up my room, but what I failed to do was shut my blinds and so on. So when I opened my door to my room today, I immediately noticed it was like 90 degrees in here. And I should preface this by saying that I live in Southern California, and even though it's almost mid-October, it still feels like frickin' summer here. So yeah, when I opened my door and noticed that the blinds were open, I was like, shit, I hope I didn't leave a record on the turntable. And sure enough, I did. And so you probably can see where I'm going with this. So when I took the record off the turntable, I was like, fuck, pardon my French, but I warped the shit out of this record. And not only that, but it's one of my favorite records. Why it had to be this record, I don't know, but I guess live and learn. The record I warped was this original press of Motorhead. Sorry, I'm so irritated and pissed off I can't think straight. Orgasmatron. Like I said, one of my favorite records. Anyway, so yeah, I immediately took it off the turntable, put it on the ground, and put a bunch of heavy books on it to see if I could try and quickly get the warp out. But it's warped the shit. I don't know if you can see that. And I tried to play it, but it's unplayable. The needle just skips all over the record. So this one's probably going in the trash can, unless somebody out there who decides to watch this video knows how to get a warp out of a record. I may do some research on Google and just see if there's any hope for this record. I think it's a lost cause though. So that's how I started my day. Anywho, beyond that, I do have some records that I haven't warped that I'll show you now. What we're currently listening to this is Accept. This is the Midnight Highway. It's a compilation of their pre-Restless and Wild stuff. It's pretty good. It's kind of bluesy. You know, it's just a little bit more straightforward rock. It definitely doesn't have that Sacred Heart or balls to the wall sort of driving 80s metal sound. The cover is really weird. It's got this girl kind of off to the side with this motorcycle dude who looks kind of intimidated by her in these really tight brand new jeans. It's a weird cover, but it's a pretty good record. You can find it for $5 or $10. I wouldn't pay any more than that for it. Next was I was pretty happy to get this. I have every other Iron Maiden album up to Somewhere in Time, but I didn't have their first record. So I was happy to get this. I should say that I got all these records except for the Accept record at a local shop here in town that actually, they don't have much in the way of metal. In fact, the only metal records they have in a crate that they keep on the floor underneath a table that says metal, and it's next to a crate that says ska and surf records. The record store tends to have more blues and jazz. It's a cool record store. I go in there a lot just because the owner's really nice. But lately he's had some great records, stuff that I was excited to find and purchase. Anyway, so I got this Iron Maiden. I like this one actually quite a bit. I actually almost want to say I like it better than Killers. You know, with Paul Di'Anno on vocals, it's not Bruce Dickinson, but it's still pretty good. Sorry if I just shit the camera like crazy. It's on Harvest. Next and the next couple are all kind of thrashy speed metal, which is what I really dig right now. This is Executioner. This came out in I want to say 1984. I'm not familiar with these guys. They're from Boston originally. I think they put out 3 records. I don't know if you can make this out, but they're all like, they look like they're 15 or 16. They're really young looking. And they all have beer in their hands and look like every day is a party. Kind of like how it was for me when I was in high school. It's very just kind of, it's well done. They're actually very proficient musicians. Just kind of thrashy. Kind of not generic, but just, you know, good 80s thrash. The cover is funny though. It looks like it was made by, I didn't do any research, but it looks like it was designed by probably somebody in the band or somebody's girlfriend or something. You know, it's kind of overly graphic, 80s sort of goofy horror themes metal cover. But it's good. I like it. Next, kind of in almost the same vein, is a band called Agony. They're from Sweden. I think they also put out a couple records. I almost didn't get this because the cover was just so generic. I think it's supposed to be like apocalyptic thunderstorm with, you know, their name in this weird font, 80s metal font. But then I took a look at the back cover and I was like, holy crap, look at these guys. This has got to be good. All denim and leather with really bad 80s haircuts. And sure enough, it's freaking awesome. It's excellent. It's very kind of Bay Area Metallica, a lot of just kind of great guitar breakdowns, Slayer-esque kind of. It's really well done. The production's really good too. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. This is going to get spun a lot, I think. Next is Sacred Reich. These guys, my brother actually had this album. My brother had a pretty good record collection back in the 80s. I'm in my mid-40s, so I kind of grew up in that 80s heyday, so this is why I'm kind of drawn to this stuff. Anyway, I remember him playing this a lot and really digging this album. It's kind of political. It's anti-Reagan. Kind of more speedy than thrash, but really well done. Excellent musicianship. Production's great. Yeah, I think they're from California too. Good stuff. Another keeper. I was very happy to see this one. And then last but not least is a band called Blessed Death, from 1986. This one's kind of weird. The musicianship's really good on it. I think these guys are excellent players. The singer, he's kind of going for this King Diamond, Merciful Fate sort of approach to his singing style. It sometimes works and then sometimes it doesn't. He's got this weird falsetto in places that, I don't know. It's pretty good. I'm going to have to give this a couple more spins to see if this is going to be a keeper or not. But, you know, it kind of falls into that heap of 80s thrashy. So I'm probably going to keep it. But I need to spin it a couple more times. The cover's really strange. It's not very good. It's kind of a strange, it's got like a priestly sort of religious motif with, you know, prayers, 2 hands praying with a rosary. I don't know. It's not a very cool cover. Anyway, that's kind of all I got today to show you. Mainly I'm just kind of hoping somebody has an idea how to fix that warp in that Motorhead album. Because I would hate to throw that record away. It is one of my favorites. But shit happens, as they say. So anyway, cheers guys. Thanks for those subscribers, and keep making those videos. I love watching them. Alright, cheers, peace.